Hello, Algebra 1 students. We are in Unit 4, Tier 3, Lesson 6, Compound Inequalities. Let's check off our booklet. Here we are, Algebra 1 students, in the last lesson of this booklet, Tier 3, Lesson 6, Compound Inequalities, solving multi-step and/or compound inequalities. So I'm actually going to do the easier one first. So when we have the or inequalities, they're already broken into two inequalities, so it makes it faster. So all we have to do is solve each inequality like we would any other equality and make sure that we keep the word or in between. So I'm going to draw my balance point on both of these. I'm going to add 3 to both sides of this one. I'm going to zoom in. When I add 3, these 3's cancel. I get 10 over here. I get 5x over here, and that 5x is greater than or equal to 10. Now I divide by 5. Since I'm dividing by a positive number, my symbol stays the same. It doesn't change direction. Does not change directions. My 5's cancel over there. Over here, 10 divided by 5 is just 2. My symbol stays in the same direction, and my x is left on that side. So on this one, I have x is greater than or equal to 2, or, and then over here, I'm going to add 6 to both sides. That's going to give me a negative 4 here. These 6's cancel. It's going to give me a 4x here. I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And since I'm dividing by a positive, my symbol that I just drew does not change direction, as you can see. These 4's cancel. I'm left with x is less than, well, negative 4 divided by 4 is 1. Let's come down and graph that. So I have x is greater than or equal to 2, or x is less than negative 1. So to graph that, I want to go, since I have the equal to sign with the 2, I know that the 2 is included. So that's going to have a solid dot because there's no equal to sign or equal to line underneath the one over here on the right. Then I know that that dot's open, so I'm going to go to negative 1 and open it. And from the solid dot, it says my x is greater than, so my x is going to be to the right. So it goes this way. And we should have kind of already knew that because it's an or, so it's going to definitely have 2 pieces. And over here, my x is less than negative 1, so it's going to go to the left when it's less than. So that's how I would graph that inequality. Let's do our next one. Now with the and, it's a little more difficult. The only difficult thing is that you have to break this inequality into 2 and then solve and then put it back together, just like we did in earlier lessons. So we have negative 4 is less than 2x minus 2. That's one of them that we have to solve. And then we have 2x minus 2 is less than or equal to 17. So now we can solve both of these. Draw my balancing point, add 2 to this, add 2 to this. These cancel. This becomes negative 2. This becomes 2x. Divide by a positive 2, so my symbol stays the same. I get negative 2 divided by 2, so that's negative 1 is less than, and these 2's cancel, so I get x. Over here on this side, draw my balance point, add 2 to both sides. I get, these 2's cancel, I get 2x here. Over here, I get less than or equal to 19. Since I'm dividing by a positive number, my symbol stays the same. These 2's cancel. I'm left with x is less than or equal to, well, 19 divided by 2 is 9.5. Sorry for the decimal, wasn't my intention. Now let's go and put it together. So 1 is definitely the smallest number because it's less than x, and 9.5 is definitely the biggest number because it's greater than or equal to x. So to write this as an and inequality that's combined, the x goes in the middle, the 1 goes to the left, and the 9.5 goes to the right. So negative 1 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 9.5. So now let's graph this. So here's our negative 1, and since there's no equal to with that inequality, it's going to be open. We don't really have a 9.5, so we'll just manufacture it. We'll say it's right here. And because it has the equal to, it's going to have a solid dot. And we know everything with the 1 is greater or to the right this way, and everything with the 9.5 is less than or to the left this way. So this and fills this in on the graph. Congratulations on finishing your booklet. Good job.